My name is Gennike, and I am from the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I grew up in the Central Plains, a town called Chaguanas. It used to be sugarcane fields at one point in time, but then sugarcane made way for a residential area where my parents moved. I grew up essentially in an Indian community, a lot of Hindus and Muslims in that area. And so it was not uncommon to hear bits of Hindi inserted into regular Trini language. Now, that is something that's a bit more common now because some of our foods, our music, integrates elements of course, the rich Indian heritage and African heritage, and even the South American heritage from waves of Venezuelans who would have come to Trinidad and Tobago. So I would say that my language awareness and my accent has been somewhat formed from very early. I was exposed to French and Spanish and Portuguese because my dad, in particular, listened to Julio Iglesias. He listened to a lot of bossa nova music. And so, this is the music that I remember growing up with around the house and in the car. Although I didn't understand a thing that was being said, I knew that these were foreign languages, and so my ears were tuned at quite a young age to foreign languages. So I guess it's no surprise that I later in life became an interpreter. And today I master, well, English as my native tongue, French and Spanish, which are the languages that I work in. But I also have taken classes and made great efforts to learn Portuguese, to learn Hindi as well. Mera naam Gennike hai, and I love the Bollywood movies, so I could sing along with a lot of the songs, but don't ask me what they mean. In more recent times, I also took classes in Haitian Creole. I lived for many, many years, just about a total of 10 years, in Guadeloupe and Martinique and Haiti, where they have, well, French Creole that's quite similar, but with its own differences. And so I was able to take classes, formal Haitian Creole classes, when I lived in Haiti. And I have set a goal to get back into German because I live in Tobago, where we do have a fair number of Scandinavian visitors. Quite a few Germans do visit the island, and I thought that it would be fun to be able to greet them in their language. I don't see any other purpose for learning German, but to be able to greet the Germans who are here. And I have also been exposed to Italian, not formally, but because I worked with the Red Cross and we had a lot of Italian Red Cross colleagues working in Haiti who were in charge of the kitchen. And I am a foodie, I love my tummy. So I picked up Italian from them just to be able to ask for the food that I wanted. Yeah, yes, they're very much self-serving. But so that's in a nutshell my exposure to languages, and it is a real pleasure to be able to lend my voice and my somewhat neutralized Trini accent to Nika Edwards' poem, The Craft Market. I hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm Gennike from Trinidad and Tobago. English is my native tongue, but I'm also fluent in French, Spanish, and I've studied a bit of Haitian Creole, Portuguese, and Hindi. If you're not hearing the Trini twang coming out right away, it's because I've lived overseas for quite a while, and depending on the language, you might hear a different thing. But we are about Craft Market on a Next Level by Nika Edwards. So I'm going to do it in my best Trini market accent. Heaven on earth, not no tale for some old wife. Pull up on P2 to one shopping paradise. Go check them out on the greens if you haven't yet been. The Rara Craft Market looking well smashing. And all the vendors in them lashing. Carol Palori, now that is boss. Including the mango chutney sauce. She making it fresh right on the spot. And brown bagging it for you nice and hot. And it even has sand with what beat back thing from the mall. Fish, burger, hot dog at a friendly stall. Topped with toppings and condiments fit for a king, like garlic sauce and caramelized onion rings. And if you feel you're going to tailor it in the tropic heat, then down a cool yourself slushy smoothie treat. Try to come out early when you're passing through. Them drinks that sell out like fet tickets for Carnival 2022. Milky coffee delight or juicy mango joy? Pick quick. Chocolate topped heaven or beyond quenchers with a citrus kick. And don't talk for we Casabon artists coming upstairs. With prints and posters at our Boss Bazaar. Digital, acrylic, watercolor pieces of wonder at prices that won't have your bank account going under. It even have a thing called epoxy, what make with creative class. You ever hear about that? It come like collage encased in glass. You could get it as a food tray or as a nice thing to hang. It could even put on as flooring. Dang. Oh, and come get flowers and plenty plants. Roam tabletop gardens of Eden on a promising piece of land. And sniff the sweetest homemade soap that good for eternal youth. Them come like natural magic walking potions that could make all your paws holler and hoot. You could soothe with chocolate or lavender cakes, bars made with noni or lemon-scented lathering mix. Grab your goodies before all get take. And if you're looking for the finest wooden craft, then Lala go fix you up nice and fast with frames for plant pots and mini vintage cards, or fine Christmas trees that selling hot like hot rock cakes from Mars. And I go have you to know, Lala is a lady, and the quality of she walk done miles from shady. So she ain't easy, I have to say, and I'm proud that she could handle she carpentry stories all the way. This day fair is a tootbagay thing brimming with talent galore. A place with gallery in custom jewelry, tote bags, dandan, and so much milk and honey more. How all am busting down Angel Gabriel though? I telling you this come like a best 7. Just now, all a tongue will be storming heaven. If you ain't go yet, you're missing out. But please, don't ball or long out your mouth. It's now or never. The tents and them ain't go pitch up forever. Time done tapping. He does and tick, 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 tock, ticking. Come now, don't be sticking. Pick up yourself and go join in. To not be there, that is an unforgivable sin.
If you would like to continue exploring Trini Creole English, I would recommend my book series, We Talk Poetry. There are 3 books in this series. There is a coloring book. You can see it in the middle of the screen. There is also an all Creole English version for people who are already familiar with Creole English. It's on the left hand. You can see the cover on the left hand side of the screen. If you would like to challenge yourself and go with the all Creole English version, you can do that and have a lot of fun with that. However, if you think that you need some type of language support or a language guide, I would recommend We Talk Poetry, Creole and Standard English, the cover of which you can see on the right-hand side of the screen. In this version, the Creole English poems, or the Trini Creole English poems, are placed side by side with their standard English twins, and they are on facing pages so that you can easily compare one version with another. The books are beautifully illustrated, and of course, the coloring book does not have any poetry in it. The We Talk Poetry series is available on Amazon. I'll share the links for these books in the description section of this video. If you would like to continue following this Craft Market Poem Global Diversity Project, or If you would like to explore other content on this Big People Talk channel, then please hit the subscribe button. If there are children or young ones who would like to follow this global diversity project, I do have a YouTube channel for kids in my name, Gennike Edwards. They can follow along on that channel. Thank you so much for viewing, and until next time.